Hey everyone, my name is Pixel. Welcome back to another episode of Tiny Bunny. If you remember what happened in the last episode, Romka jumped us, held a knife up to us, was about to stab us, and then our amulet we got from Paulina saved us. We don't know why Romka froze when he saw it, but we are going to hopefully find that out today. The aftertaste of horrible water I drank down my meds with lingered in my mouth. My thoughts were focused on Paulina. I wandered around the house feeling intoxicated and nodded to everything my sister said without trying to discern her words. Olya was talking non-stop, at times lifting up her arms and laughing, only then suddenly go quiet and give me my mom's signature gnarly look. I was yanked out of the prison of my own mind, where seething thoughts pecked at my brain like harpies, stopping me from coming back to reality. I stared back. Olya looked like a mini version of our mom right now. Well, to be precise, she looked like the person Mom turned into when we moved here with her, an intimidating posture and her eyebrows directed toward the ceiling. "You weren't listening to me, were you?" She tried spitting out those words at me, copying facial expressions of the person she spent almost all of her free time with. For a moment, it felt like the light Olya exuded all these years waned and wavered in the wind of prolonged changes. She's not looking too happy right now. She's looking very angry. Very soon, my beautiful princess will turn into the dragon that was once guarding her prison tower. That thought was much scarier to me than any other horror sneaking up to me from the future. Sorry, Olya. I didn't want to make you mad. I just got lost in thought. I looked around the room, my gaze jumping from one object to another like a hungry beast, trying to find anything that could distract Olya. "Let's play the console." Olya pouted, but there was a spark of interest in her small emerald eyes. The Snow Queen's ice shard inside them started thawing. "And what about the second controller? It's not working. And Dad has no time to fix it." We can play with the light gun. What do you want to play? Cowboys? Ducks? You're better than me at both. Oh, come on. You must have been practicing the whole time I was away from home. Olya burst out laughing. Her heart was warm once again. "How did you know?" "But I'm a good shooter now. You've already lost." "You picked the wrong fight here. Come on, turn it on." Siblings. They get along so good, don't they? Little Olya jumped toward the TV set and after flicking the power switch, started blindly feeling around the backside of the Photon, trying to plug the console's cable into the antenna input. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen when I armed myself with the remote to look for the channel with the sought-after dead Dindy signal. Oh my god. We got Bruce Lee. We got some kind of political thing. And we got good old Home Alone. Beautiful. Did anything interesting happen at home? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. But Olya's expression suddenly changed. She lost all that child nonchalantness she worked so hard to acquire before. "What happened, Olya?" My sister managed to put the cable in its place and started brushing off her dust-covered hand. She was clearly looking for the courage to continue the conversation. "Mom, see..." Olya went silent, and for a moment I thought I saw tears welling up in her eyes. "She had this scary thing happen to her. Again." My sister looked at me with wet eyes. "What scary thing? Did she turn into a fox?" "She had a fit, huh?" "This has happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Now that we'd moved to this godforsaken place, Mom's fits rose in frequency." "Ugh." "Dad brought home a big fish. It was wrapped in newspaper and had a foul smell. Mom got angry again, and then she took a knife." Olya squirmed, looking fearfully out the window. "They started screaming at each other." I froze, imagining my little sister so small and unnoticeable standing in the kitchen doorway. She wasn't even trying to hide. Our parents just paid her no mind at all. "And then Mom struck it like this." Olya slightly moved her fist downward, imitating a strike. "She hit the fish. It was still alive, Tasha. It must have been in pain. And Mom. It was easy to imagine what happened next. The writhing fish with a blade between its fins squirted some foul-smelling musk into Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, be it when a person was hit by a bus in front of us and their blood was smeared all over the windshield, or when Grandma chopped off a chicken's head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. Her eyes would roll over, she would fall on her face like a freshly cut tree, started writhing just like that agonizing fish, turning over chairs and blurting out bits of scary sentences. And what about Dad? Did he help her? Olya shuddered as if just remembering it pained her. Yes, but at first, he started laughing, Tasha. He let out an evil laugh when he saw that Mom was in trouble. But then he cried. Olya's story made me raise an eyebrow. It seemed like the forest's oozing madness had not only completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. I quickly stepped toward Olya and locked her in a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest and I could feel my shirt becoming wet. Why are they bullying each other, Tasha? Are they crazy? I stuttered, unable to justify the actions of our parents. I had ran out of words and all I could do was hug Olya even tighter. Whoa! Okay. That got me. Okay, you got me. You got all of us. Olya screamed and hid behind me. Turn it off, quick! No matter how many times she saw this intro, she would always react the same, just like when she saw that owl. I mean, I also got goosebumps every time this ghastly face appeared on the screen, so I immediately complied with my sister's request. Let's play. It's the only option we got. Alright, what are we playing again? Playing Cowboys? 9999. Finally, the game selection screen showed up for the cartridge that was bundled with the console. Oh, it's okay. It's one of those, like, multi-game consoles. Too bad most of the names here were just different levels of the same game. I picked up the gray rectangular controller and started looking around the pixel letters to find the familiar English word for duck. Background music from the menu soothed Olya's mind, and she asked in a calm voice, "How are things at school?" I became friends with a girl. Is she pretty? I got embarrassed. Well, I don't know. You're red. She must be very pretty. Stop it, Olya. You got a crush on her. Olya, keep acting like this and I won't play with you. Ha ha ha, I was joking. Will you introduce us? Maybe. What's her name? Paulina. You turned red again. Where will you live when you get married? Are we playing or not? I plugged the light gun into the second controller port, listening to my sister's laughs. I go first. Player 1, get ready. Round 1. Get the seal! Get the seal! Oh, man. Bam! 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 Oh, man. My sister's good at this game. Uh-oh. Player 2, get ready. Oh, man, I'm actually playing. Kabam! Kabam! You going down, Olya? I ain't got no mercy for my little sister. Oh, no, no. Come on. Come on, what you got? Bam! Bam! Uh-huh. Get ready to get smashed, Olya. Oh, that was a 2-for-1 shot. Hey. Winner! I was going easy on you here. Uh-huh. Come on, Olya. Let's see what you got. Bam, bam. How come she gets a bunch more? Alright, doing this again. Oh, dang. Oh, you got me, Olya. That's okay, though. I got plenty of points to spare. I tore it up in that first round. Oh, dang. Juked me. It's been a long time since I played Duck Hunt. No! Alright. Bew, it's your fault I missed. Don't give me that crap. You're just a sore loser. Come on, Olya. Come on, let's see what you got. Bam, bam, bam. You got 4 of them. Alright, what you got? What you got, Olya? This is it. This is where you go down. Bam, bam. Older brother privilege, you know that. Bam, bam. I'm surprised that they got this so well done. Even the laughing dog is a seal. What version is this? I want to get this on regular Nintendo. Oh no, I didn't get them all. You know what? Smashed. This doesn't count. You were closer to the screen. I'm not playing with you anymore. You are clearly closer to the screen. Your gun was up against the screen. What are you talking about, Olya? Oh, I'm so mean. You know what, Olya? You live and learn. My mom only managed to get through to me on her third attempt. Anton, there's a call for you. It's a girl. I sobered up in an instant and rushed to the hallway. Watch your step. I grabbed the phone, pressed it into my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went into the room, gathered the toys thrown about by Olya as she went. Hello. Your mom has such a young voice. Well, yeah. I mean, she is young. Are you busy right now? No, of course not. If only she knew how costly this conversation could be for me, what risks I took on just answering this call. There were a pen and a shabby notepad lying on the nightstand. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts. I read your answers. Do you really like Carman? I like Russian rock more, to be honest, but I was too embarrassed to put it there for some reason. And do you want me to be honest with you too, Antasha? Of course. My pen drew an outline of a girl's face, her eyes, her long eyelashes. Polina spoke in a hushed voice, probably to keep her grandpa from hearing. I'm bored to death here. At home? In the village. There's nothing going on here. And if there is, it's always something nasty. It's not even about the missing kids. There's almost no music here. Don't you have your cassettes? I'm not talking about audio records. I mean, this place's voice. It's not melodic at all. It's rustling like a record player needle. It just squeaks and moans from time to time. It feels uncomfortable, suffocating. I don't know how else to explain this. My pen's tip drafted a house, surrounded by small trees. I think I know what you mean. My little sister says that she feels like a prisoner here. Me too, but I love Grandpa. I don't want to abandon him. Sometimes I just want to escape so badly, somewhere very far away. Into the forest, I thought half-heartedly. To run under the falling snowflakes that make your fur white and the branches that hide you from prying eyes. When I draw, I feel like I'm transported to another place. It's the same for me in the violin. Why am I drawing a knife? I ran up the bow straight to the sky. I realized I was drawing a butterfly knife. I crossed it over. Thinking of Romka ruined my mood. Before I could reply, Olya descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover, Encyclopedia of a Young Lady. Will you take long? I covered the handset with my hand. I'm in the middle of a conversation. What happened? Read me a bedtime story, please. Mom fell asleep. Go to your room. I'll be there in a minute. Just be quick, okay? Fine. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister run up the stairs. Sorry, I need to run. Me too. Thank you for lending an ear. My ear vibrated from the buzzing sounds. I dragged my feet to the second floor, thinking of the girl I shouldn't talk to if I don't want to die from a knife wound. I wish I could tell Dad, asking for his manly advice, but he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have the time for me, to put it lightly. Well, where's your book? I stuttered. The kid's room was empty. Olya? She probably snuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. I smiled, sneaked toward the window, and threw open the curtain. Oh, there's somebody outside. Gotcha! there was nobody behind the cloth. The window was a TV screen showing winter scenery. The lamppost, the field, a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. Alyssa and Olya. I gasped and pressed my fist to my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. Alyssa was leading Olya into the thicket. "Oh shit, get down there, son!" I needed less than a minute to hurriedly dress and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. The wind carried the cold, resinous smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their height. I ran toward the fence, listening to the howling wind and the squeaking snow. One of the figures moved and slowly glided toward the thicket like an ice skater. I slowed down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Worry landed on my shoulders like the weightlessness snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started writhing. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the flimsy fortress I'd left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat. "Olya, have you seen the foxy?" "Olya, why did you go outside? If Mom finds out..." My sister froze in place, facing the taiga. She was in a hand's reach, and I put my numb wrist on her shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. "Oh no! Owl mask!" A pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me. "Hoot hoot, she won't." The voice sounded exactly like Olya's, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feathers and the carton. I sprinted away as if I got whipped. The masked creature only pretended to be Olya, just to lure me out. I was running like a crazy, drowning in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. The yellow light in its windows granted me hope. My mom and sister in there. My salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owls can fly. I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. From the soot-black shadow of my house, a scruffy wolf cub crawled out and stood in my way. Its movements were jerky, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance, or convulsing during a stroke. And even though I could clearly see that the wolf face was a mask, something in this werewolf's convulsions made me freeze in place. The boy in a wolf's costume rubbed his side against the porch post and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes shone, but he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I shifted my feet, my mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the slit in the mask. Viscous drops fell to the wooden planks. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whispering me to save myself. Dude, this is freaky. The fence was flashing by the edge of my vision. I was running in another direction this time, toward the toothy edge of the forest that smelled of pine. My heartbeat measured time. The wolf boy growled behind my back as if he'd forgotten his human nature. Grrr. Grrr. My right leg got stuck in the snow-laden cavity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. Plastering snow prevented me from standing up, from propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me to get out of that trap. Darkness was creeping closer, like the toxic fumes of burial pyres. I ran again, gasping for air that stung in my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my hat when I fell down. My ears were now hot from the freezing cold, while most of my body was still sweaty. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered with one of my palms. I didn't want to lose an eye to some random branch. Branches whipped my clothes, pricked my skin like butchers that were herding a pig into the grinder. A knot of roots sprouting from the ground grabbed at my foot. I rammed into the scratchy trunk, slid down its base, and looked around in a panic. Phew, you're so fast. My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted it and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine. You, what are you doing here? This and that. She was holding the hat that I lost. Working part-time and lost and found. Put it on, your ears will freeze and maybe even fall off soon. She giggled. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Alyssa might be holding a severed head or something even more sinister. But in the end, my hat just turned out to be my hat. Oh, to take the hat? I took it and pulled it over my forehead. Feeling warmer? I didn't reply. There were some children in the yard. Anne? Did they bite you or something? No. Then why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after rolling the thought on my tongue, I mumbled. I don't know. Ah, why did I promise to never call you a dunce again? Oh well, I keep my promises. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. Right in the back. Is she mad about us ditching her? She might be mad about that. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sensed the familiar aroma of mint, oranges, and burnt sparklers. I wanted to lean into Alice to savor the minute details of her smell. Why did we just call her Alice instead of Alyssa just now? How many times do I need to tell you? You're safe as long as you're with me. I'm your friend. And they are too. I quickly turned around toward the place the fox girl was pointing to. Kids in masks appeared at the clearing. At least they looked like kids, since they were all pretty short. A wolf boy, an owl, and a bear boy. They huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around, but I couldn't find you. And I didn't. Didn't care enough. You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig. And if you're smart, you wait around until the others get tired of running around and digging. Then you start talking. You're a rat. Degenerate rat. Huh? Don't mind him. He's a weirdo. I stood there stupefied, my mouth agape and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to the words of these late-night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile. You just scared me, that's all. They started looking at each other, and somebody even snorted as if I said something funny. And the gang's all here. Oh, what funny thing did I say? Oh, I took the box away. Yes, the fox is right. He's the one. No, this is our... Have we finally found him? Our bunny. Yes, he looks the part. The wolf boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement. First. Of course you were first. Wolfie here was the first to sense the bunny in you. He told us about you. Hello. And you've already met our Hootie before. She isn't that scary, is she? I guess. And this smiling big guy is Teddy. Be mindful with him or he'll chew off your head. What? I see you've also dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. I was still unsure of these peculiar little animals and had the best intentions in mind, so I hid my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes of their carnival masks. Alyssa put her hands to her sides in a theatrical manner and somehow managed to wink with her fox face. The next time we all come, we'll ring bells for you. That way you'll be less scared of our visit. Do we even have bells? I won't be ringing. My paw hurts. My smile was no longer fake. Ah, you showed us your teeth. That's a good sign. I didn't expect you to find us fun. I thought it was an emotion reserved strictly to Disneyland. How do you know that? I read about it. Somewhere. You read about me? Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, darling. You can read human? Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? What? Is that Paulina? No, that couldn't be Paulina. Then she sang in a coquettish voice. Where to learn about neglect, where to get all your dreams all wrecked. At your local school, of course, and in your classroom. I let out a cautious laugh. That's about right. That's about right what school is. My new acquaintances didn't seem scared anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like this clearing, the moon and snowflakes that fell backwards from the ground to the sky, as if someone was rewinding a tape. The masked kids got close and I felt their touch. They gave me friendly taps, felt my clothes as if checking whether I was real. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason I thought to myself, I can trust them. And that is where we are going to leave it off for today. I am all out of time, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a fun episode. Fun and scary all at the same time. I'm not gonna pretend that wolf guy didn't have saliva coming out of his beak, you know. And I'm not gonna pretend that the owl was dressed up like Oya. But we are gonna find out more of these guys in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like the video. You want to follow along with this series more? Subscribe to the channel, see other episodes. Hit the bell, get notified whenever new episodes come out. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.